This is Jason Lee with NextLevelGuitar.com and Carvin channel. And today I'm bringing you the V3 3-channel tube amp combo. That's right. This is a really cool amp. It's pretty much 3 versatile channels that you can design yourself. You've got a master preamp on the whole amp. Then you've got 3 preamps in each channel that you can kind of blend in and out. And I'll get into that, how cool that is that you can mix it in. For today's demo, I've been using the Made in USA California Carved Top CT424 guitar. I love this thing paired with this amp. It's a USA made amp. It's made in San Diego. It's really cool. I mean, it's got a ton of knobs and it seems kind of intimidating at first, to be honest, but once you really start spending even like a half an hour with it, you're done. You get it. You know, it's really easy to dial in all the sounds. So you can, I've designed it today where we've got a nice, warm, soft, clean sound. We've got a real rich bluesy sound, and then just a real good high gain kind of sound like we did right there in the intro. This is the 212 model. You can select between 50 or 100 watts. The really cool thing is you've got a self-biasing control in the back, so you can switch it between EL34 tubes or 6L6s. Today we're running it with the standard EL34 tubes. This version does come in a head, and you've got multiple different cabinet selections you can order from Carvin, and different speakers. You can either do their Carvin's regular 12-inch or upgrade to the Celestion Vintage 30. So I've got our clean tone dialed in, and I'll just strum a few stuff for you right there. I've got my guitar pretty much in all of its basic positions, but I've got it set real warm. Now I personally have it set a little bit warm because I can use my guitar to kind of do some of the work too, and that's what's nice with the amp, is that it'll kind of react better than most amps to the guitar. Check it out. So there's the bridge position. I could even split this guitar, clean it up even more. I'll go back in and go to the neck. So there's the clean. Now on the clean, I kind of want to show you how versatile it really is. On my channel right here, I can go in and pretty much just start turning and cranking some knobs and really hear the difference. I'll go back to the middle again, and if I don't really want that like pillowy kind of warm sound, I can actually just drop my bass a little bit. Right now, the cool thing is you've got 2 controls on here in a little dip switch called soak. You can leave in the middle, which is pretty much transparent, or go to a bright sound. So while just leaving my knobs exactly the same, still with the bass back up, there's my soak, okay? Right? Now I'll go to transparent right here. Then I'll go to the bright. This is really cool. Check it out. Right here, see? So it's pretty impressive that just with that one switch, however they're doing it with capacitance or whatever, really just brightens it up and opens it up. So it's really neat.
With a flux capacitor?
With a flux capacitor built in. The cool thing with this is that I can just get, in a sense, like versatility just with one switch. A lot of guys are always having to, like, you know, if they only have one clean channel, they're always having to redo their knobs and forgetting where they're at. I can just leave this exactly the same and then use my switch right there. So now I'm going to go on to channel 2. And the cool thing is, channel 2 and channel 1, which are actually our heavier ones, they're pretty much like a mimicked channel, but they've added extra dip switches, like kind of like in the clean channel, that pretty much lets you decide what you want to do. So I'm going to use channel 2 as more of like my bridge channel, and that way I can make it like a kind of a crispy, soft overdrive, and then later on we'll get to channel 1, which is going to be our primary heavy channel. So I've pretty much taken channel 2 and channel 3 and just cranked them the certain way so that they sound completely different from one another, even though they're a mimicked channel with the dip switches. So we'll get into that right now. All right. So I'm on channel 2. Okay. Right. I've got my drive at like 2. I'm in the thick mode. There's a thick mode and an intense mode. That's pretty much the same as what we're doing with the soak and the bright. So check it out. You can hear it's kind of soft. Right. There's my control for my drive. clean underneath too. It almost sounds like 2 amps A beat at once. It's really cool. Now I'll go through the same thing, right? I'm on the thick right now, but now I'm going to go up into the intense mode, and it's going to kick it up even a little bit more. So you can hear it right there. It's pretty cool. I think my favorite mode, probably for channel 2, is going to be maybe in the thick position. That way you can get a bigger difference between going between channel 2 and then channel 1 for your heavier tones. Remember, on this amp, the channels are actually flipped so that number 1 is your primary heavy tone, channel 2 will be whatever you want it to be, and channel 3 will be your clean. So now I'm on channel 1. That's our heavier channel, we'll call it, because that's pretty much the way I've designed it. In general, it's an amp that's made to be designed, you know, with your third channel is the clean, and your number 1 and your number 2 a duplicate channel that you can just design how you want. So let's keep that in mind. But it's my heavier channel now. You can hear it. So on this, right, we've got the same dip switching, and I'm down into the intense mode. But on our last channel, I had the drive at 3. Now I've got the drive at 7, and then the volume down a little bit so that it kind of equals itself out. Same thing, you've got your thick and intense mode, okay? Now here's the cool thing that I haven't brought up yet. Each channel has this actual EQ X switch, and what this does is it actually lets you bring in your master EQ that we've got right down here in the corner, okay? So what that does is it lets me decide in general how I want this amp to sound, okay? So do I want it to be like a bassier amp? Do I want it to be a more treble amp or with more presence or kind of softer? I can pretty much design it right here, but you're not stuck with using that with every channel. Now I've done it on here where I've flipped the switch down and brought the master EQ into each channel, but what's really cool is you can take the EQ in for certain channels and take them out. It's however you want. So that means if you want to use 2 as a heavy channel, but then use 3 as an even heavier channel, like for soloing, you can bring the EQing up and just design it that way. So it pretty much creates a boost for you. I'm going to turn the gain up even more right now. Okay, we'll get a little buzz out of it right now because we're in the studio room. I'll flatten my EQ. I'm going to leave this EQX in, but then I'll turn the EQX off, and you'll hear what it does. Okay? Right? Okay? Okay? Now I'm going to take the EQ out. Okay? Hear the difference? Drops a little bit in volume, but I'm actually lacking a little bit of what I wanted in the overall tone. So I've downloaded another really quick tone, more like a lead tone. The other one was a little bit deep, we'll call it like a deeper kind of rhythm tone, but if you want something that's good for soloing, see? I've gone to the bridge position here, but you're still going to get it with the amp. Listen. So I pretty much just dropped the bass a little bit, used my master EQ to kind of help with the tone, and bring up the bright switch too. Check out that sustain now. Some other cool features that I wanted to mention that the V3 can do that a lot of other amps can't do is it has this feature called a smart loops system. It's got 2 smart loops on it, and you can pretty much take any of your amps. It's like a regular effects loop, but you can actually digitally apply what that loop is going to go to each channel. So that means I can already preset it, and all I gotta do is use my foot switch, right? And when I'm switching, let's say, to channel 2, I can make loop 1, effects loop 1, turn on. When I change to channel 3, I can make both loops turn on. It's really cool. It's also MIDI, so if you want, you can do your channel changing through your MIDI. That means if I've got like a sequencer, if I've got a you know, like a brain unit, and that's controlled by my foot switch to switch the channels, I can just slave the head off of it. It's got an XLR DI output, which is really cool. I don't know any amp that's got an XLR DI out. Pretty much everything's 1/4 inch, and you got to convert it if you want to go into your snake on stage. So with the XLR out, It's awesome. You've got a volume control for that to go directly out. And another thing I want to mention that's really cool about it is the effects loop actually has a trail switch in the back. If you're not familiar with what a trail switch does, it pretty much lets the sound of the effect cascade out while you switch channels. So for instance, if I'm using a heavy channel and I want to do a solo and I've got the delay on my solo, if I were to take a regular effects loop and just switch it, the actual repeat of the echo would stop and it doesn't really sound that natural the way a foot switch would. So what I can do is turn the trail switch on and it actually lets that sound bleed through while I'm already playing on another channel. So it's pretty much is like a streamless setup. Really, really, really cool. The amp can run 2 different tube configurations. You've got a bias switch right on the back of the unit, so you can run 4 EL34s or switch your bias switch and run 4 6L6s. Another neat feature with the amp is you can cut it from 4 tubes at 100 watts down to 2 tubes at 50 watts, which helps out for a lot of different at-home applications or smaller stage. You might have saw in the close-ups that this one has that real cool custom country western wrap. You can pretty much, when you order your Carvin amp, there's a choice of I think like 8 or 9 different wraps that you can do, and they'll just custom do it for you right at the source. So it's really cool. This is probably my favorite with the like embossed western wrap, but they've got a lot of other colors that really kind of make it your own, and that can be on the full stack, on the head, on the combos, anything. This has been Jason Lee with nextlevelguitar.com. Make sure to check out our over 900 video lessons and growing. Check out Carvin channel, and this has been Jason Lee.